I haven't done a live. Been very busy with work. My new program, the Tactical Edge, the knife defense program is out. I was filming last week, the last 12 videos where we went with Helen in an elevator, staircase, bathroom stall, put on the gear and just blasted out. Full out scenarios and fighting, guys. Really exciting. Probably one of my best course that I have. I'll put the link of the Tactical Edge in the comment box, so make sure to check it out. As well, I've been working a lot on my instructor course. I've been training and coaching people online. So if you guys, I don't want to get into this too much, but if you guys want any private coaching, training, want to know about my instructor course, my courses, my program, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. All the information is on my site. So I got questions about the natural fighting stance. I've done this video in the past, and I get more and more in my instructor course. I'm covering, I want to teach people how to fight from a natural position. Again, I'm looking at more fights online and seeing what's happening, and a lot of people being ambushed, sucker punch, surprise attack. And a lot of times people are caught with their hands down. They're like this. And the person's winding up, boom, knocks them out. And the whole time, their hands are down. They're not aware of their environment. They're not reading the person's body language. They're not seeing him set up a strike. So what are some of the natural fighting stance you want to be using? Right, so natural fighting stance means what? Is learning how to fight without bringing up your hands, being able to strike from a natural position. Now, natural position could be you sitting down. You're in the bus or you're in the metro and you're sitting down and he sits next to you. Well, how can I strike without having to get up and face the person? Where if he's talking to me, I'm angling off and being able to strike from whatever position I'm in. That's pretty much the concept of it. However, there is some natural positions that you could learn, that you could adopt and learn to strike from. So one of the first ones I teach, and is this one right over here. So the arm is here, and this is on top here. So I'm about there. And why do I use this position? Show it on the Bob dummy. So if I'm here, right? If my arms are here, I can easily strike from here, up, down, straight, low, palm, hammer fist, boom, strike with the forearm. I can block, go low. So the idea is my hands are always up, right? They're always ready to defend, but at the same time, with just stepping in, I'm always right in a position to strike. So when you're faced with your attacker, and again, if the person walks up to you and he's just talking to you and you're in code yellow or code red, instead of just keeping your hands down, my hands are going to come up here, that if I'm talking to him and maybe he hasn't threatened me, but he's trying to break that range to get in close, at least if I'm here, if at any point I see something, I could step in and jam or counter and strike right away. Now from there, very easy, you can transfer to here. This is when I know that shit might hit the fan and I gotta be ready. Why? Because I wanna make sure I can protect my center line with my hand. I can make sure that if he tries to grab me, my hand's already up. As well, I'm right in a position to hammer fist, elbow up, elbow around, strike low, strike the throat. My hand is in a complete defensive as well offensive position. Now this is the stance I used to use working in nightclubs. I was always here. So I would be here, and then if I thought something's gonna happen, I would transfer to this, where I'm talking to the person at the same time. I would bring up my hand and create some space where I'll be like, look, I'm talking to him here, because the instant the person would move, boom, I would go in with a strike. If he tried to grab me, I would parry right away and go into a strike as quickly as possible, right? So the idea, I'm going from here to here, right? Again, I'm playing. And even if I want to block, my hands up, boom, over, low, down, and I'm covering mostly that center line from any from any type of punch that might come in. From there, if the person gets aggressive and he pushes you, shoves you, boom, you go into your passive stance. This is the regular stance that we see even in like Krav Maga, the passive stance, which is right here. My hands come up, I'm covering my center line, I'm bringing my hands up and I'm trying to create space. I'm trying to talk to the person, I'm trying to diffuse. I might be, trying to lower his guard, raise his ego, bring him in. I might even be standing my ground and saying, look, man, what's up, buddy? Can I, is there a problem? And where my hands are up, where I'm ready to block, but at the same time, I'm right in range to strike as quickly as possible. So you can go from here to here to here, right? Or I'm in a position where, again, I'm trying to, I'm gonna adopt this position when I know shit's gonna hit the fan, there's a fight, I gotta bring up my hands, I gotta protect myself. I might send the guy like a verbal warning, like, look, man, I don't have any trouble, like, just back up, man, it's all cool, where I'm just doing this, but again, at any point, boom, I'll strike from here, or I'll go here. At the same time, I can go defensive if I need to use any of these type of blocks where I'm actually getting ready to come in, to strike, to counter, or whatever my next move is gonna be. But what's really important is for you to be able to transfer your stance from one stance to another. But I would probably say the most important thing is to make sure that when you're faced with an attack or somebody approaches you in the street, even if they don't look threatening at that moment, they're trying to get in close, right? If they're trying to get in close because you might think they might be preparing an attack, bring up your hands right away. You could even do it this way, right? So some of the security guards I've trained, I'd be like, guys, just always keep your hands here, never here. You're here, anything happens, boom, you can strike, go low, come in with the elbow, you can trap, you can parry. The important thing is to keep your hands up, right? Avoid keeping them down, being aware of your attacker's body language, of his movements. Is he setting up a strike? Can you see his hands? Is he angling off? Is he reaching for a weapon? Does he have a weapon? These are all things you gotta look at right away. Again, I saw a video of somebody getting sucker punched and I'm watching the video, I'm like, okay, there are two guys and they're talking. I could call right away which one's gonna sucker punch who. Why? He angled off, he was looking around, boom, the other guy just stood still. If you think if somebody's attacking you in your face and they're talking to you and you think he might sucker punch you, just take a step back. As soon as you take a step back, he's gonna make his next move because he's gonna wanna get into a range to strike you. As soon as you see that, you know that the attacker is setting up something. So now you know you're in a fight. So you don't wait for him to throw the punch. You wanna go preemptive and strike first. With taller people, but these closer strikes are very useful. I've been learning kicks to deal with taller people, but these close strikes are very... Look, if you're fighting somebody taller, obviously you don't want to stay in his range. If I can throw a kick, I'd rather come in against somebody taller. I'd rather come in. Right? Again, depending on your environment, right? Because if I'm I don't know, in an elevator, right? At some point, he's going to use his range, but I don't have the space to move back maybe. Maybe he's already grabbed me. At that point, you need to bridge the gap. Your environment plays a huge factor in this. And when we did it, should I just sucker punch first or is that legal? Look, if you feel your life is in danger and you see him about to set up his strike, I'd rather go, what I always suggest is, strike first. Strike first, strike hard, and have mercy, right? As soon as the person's out, or if you've found the opening to escape, just get out, right? Don't sit there and fight the guy, right? Meaning that if I could go in and get that preemptive strike and knock him or have him lose balance, and I created that space and distance to get out, I'm running. I'm not gonna sit there and try to square off with the guy. I don't know if his friends are coming. I don't know if he might pull out a weapon. So you gotta look at all that in terms of, the difference between fighting in the dojo and fighting in the streets. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a while I haven't done these lives. I'm a little bit rusty. If you guys want to learn more self-defense, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. I have the brand new knife defense program, the Tactical Edge. Amazing program, guys. It's over 48 lessons, step by step. There's a PDF file with all knife statistics, so much information, everything. It's basically a survival guide manual. And I've broken down the chapters to 12 lessons of theory, drills, theory, 20 drills, and 12 full-out scenarios. We got Helen Stranzel putting on the gear, and we're just blasting out, man. You should see the bathroom. All you hear is doors breaking and flying. So it's a very dynamic video, and that's what I wanted to do. Protect your family, and also all this means striking first, and so be it, and get out ASAP. Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Especially, again, somebody, I don't know, breaks into your home. Somebody's trying to attack your family. Are you going to think, oh, should I go preemptive? You go preemptive fast and hard, and you take him out as soon as he's a threat, right? You don't want to waste time with that, right? I mean, we're not talking about, fighting some drunk guy in the street who could barely throw a swing. I'm talking about you having to protect your life. And when you get to the point where you have to protect your life, protect your loved ones, you got to do whatever it takes. You don't have time to analyze, should I strike first? What's the legal implications? If your life is in danger, you do what you need to do to survive. That's it, and that's all. And I teach that in my knife defense, because some people tell me, oh, against a knife, Nick, there's nothing you could do. Great. If that's what you think, if somebody breaks into your house, roll over in a ball, lie down and say there's nothing you could do. Or you could attempt to give this guy the fight of his life. You could attempt to pick up an improvised weapon, to trap, to strike back, to use your legs, to do something. And I always say, a little bit of something is better than nothing. And that little something could depend between life or death. So again, it's all in the mindset. It's the mindset that you train. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, to hit the bell. I'll see you guys soon.